So guys, the moment you and I have been waiting for is finally here. The all-new Brezza is here in all its stunning glory. They have absolutely packed it with features beyond imagination. So I've already given you a quick overview. Now it's all set to set the tarmac on fire. So powering the Brezza is the tried and tested K15C engine, hybrid technology engine, so with smart hybrid system. So what does that mean? It gets idle start stop system, brake energy regeneration, and look at this. Wow, the heads up display, one that I saw or we saw in the Baleno, comes alive on the Brezza as well. So was talking about the hybrid smart hybrid system that functions along with the engine. So we get brake energy regeneration, we get idle start stop system, and we get torque assist mechanism or torque assist technology that gives us really good pickup right off the mark. Also, this is the 1.5 liter 4-cylinder K15C petrol engine that puts out close to 103 bhp and around 136.8 newton meters of torque, or 137 newton meters of torque. I love this display, massive 9-inch display, and the best thing I like about this is the camera. So let's turn on the camera. It's a 360 view camera, and we also can change the view of this. As you can see, this is another 360 view camera that's operating and giving us a view of what's happening around us. 9-inch touchscreen infotainment system, Smart Play Pro system, and trust me, this is one of the most vivid displays and best cameras that you can find in this price segment. So that is something, hands down, Brezza wins in this category to offer the best high resolution camera, be it the front camera, rear camera, the display, everything is top notch. So full marks to Maruti for this one. So now let's start driving this. And off we go. So immediately when you sit inside the cabin, the feel of the cabin is on another level altogether. You do get a sunroof right up there. First time Maruti have offered a sunroof. Everything, the steering feels more fluidic, has good feel to it, soft touch feel, just like the Baleno steering. We do get a flat bottom steering wheel with paddle shifters. So we have two transmission options. We have the 5-speed manual, and this is the 6-speed torque converter. So I really wish they had offered a 6-speed manual as well, but you know, there's always room for upgrades and changes down the line. But for now, it feels rock solid. Suspension tweaks, whatever they have done, is clearly apparent. This one feels like a car that belongs to a higher segment. It is really sure-footed and absolutely gliding over the undulations that these roads have on offer. So are you ready? Let's floor the pedal. Let's see where it is shifting. 6,000 rpm. Whoa, effortless, absolutely effortless. Is simply gliding like a cruise ship. Night and day difference when compared to the previous gen model and this one. This is phenomenal in every which way. The chassis orientation is brilliant. The suspension is on the softer side, but it doesn't bounce around. As we are building up speed, it does hold the ground. It feels planted. This thing is absolutely stellar, doing up to 150 plus speeds. Oh goodness gracious, rock solid stability. Hats off Maruti. This thing is an absolute beast and feels so calm, so sure-footed, so composed. It's effortless doing 150 kilometers per hour. It can go further as well. So with the AC off, and traction control also turned off. Let's try and do one quick high speed stability test. Oh, shifting at 6000 rpm. The paddle shifts work perfectly, flawlessly, and I'm loving every moment of reviewing this lovely piece of machinery. Off we go, float the pedal. Doing around 160 kilometers per hour. Rock solid stability, 170. Superb brakes. The braking is really confidence inspiring, trust me, but I would have preferred disc brakes, all 4 disc brakes, because they have given us everything here. And why leave out that one thing? When you're given such stunning stability, amazing performance, super refined engine that gives you the confidence to push it to the limits. Really, not an ounce of uncertainty when I was pushing it beyond 160 kilometers per hour. Around 170 is something that we have achieved, I believe, and it is effortless, and it can do even further. That is the kind of refinement, that is the kind of performance they packed into this K15C engine. The smart hybrid tech really assists. The torque assist also works while you're flooring the pedal, and trust me, it's absolutely butter smooth, and it is like pure poetry, man. This thing is like pure poetry. It is so well sweetly tuned that you will fall in love with the engine. So hats off, Maruti. And the steering feel is phenomenal. Very soft touch and nice, clean, elegant looking interiors. I love this kind of a brown color textured finish to the dash. This thing is built beyond belief so well. They have fine-tuned the chassis, the interiors, everything feels more premium, be it the exterior, the interior, the chassis structure, the Suzuki tech body structure, rock solid. And then of course the engine now gets dual jet technology and dual VVT. So dual jet technology, as I've told you earlier while reviewing the Ertiga or the Swift, which has the same dual jet tech. So we get twin injectors per cylinder. So what they do is they optimize thermal efficiency. They allow you to have a higher compression ratio such that the fuel gets burnt properly. The combustion process happens completely without any wastage of fuel loss or unburnt gases. What this means to you and me is, so we get our money's worth in terms of getting best mileage out of a car in this segment. So the mileage is close to 20 kmpl irrespective of whether you go with the manual transmission or the automatic transmission. This is a torque converter gearbox, let me emphasize that again, and the gear changes are happening pretty smoothly. So the best part about dual jet technology is that it offers instant pickup. So the twin injectors per cylinder ensure that the fuel atomization process is done meticulously, completely without any fuel wastage. As a result, the mileage is maximized and so is the performance. So the initial pickup right off the mark is much better. With the dual jet technology, you get instant overtaking power while driving through the city streets, and the refinement is better, the mileage is better, and of course the engine gets a more rigid mounting system. The overall NVH levels are further reduced because of the dual jet technology. So these are the advantages that you get. And dual VVT, variable valve timing, we all know, so it offers consistent power and torque delivery throughout the rev band. For now, let us shift to manual, and let's floor the pedal now. It doesn't shift until you shift. Holding the gear up to 6200 rpm. That is phenomenal stuff. So to give you an idea, I had revved it all the way, and you can get an idea that This is the best part about Maruti cars. I love the Baleno, which revved all the way. It doesn't do the shifting on its own unless the driver does it. So that is the best part about having manual intervention. What's the point in having a manual intervention when the shifting is done automatically at the end of the day? So really kudos to Maruti that they have actually allowed this manual mode to be as unadulterated as possible, and they have given the fun part for those who love the fun part and the thrill and the intensity. They want to feel the rush. They have given that option in the manual mode, and if you want to go sulking underneath the sun and just let the computer do the shifting, so with gentle throttle inputs, the upshift is done automatically by the system on board to maximize fuel efficiency. So it shifts early and gets us to the top gear to make sure the fuel efficiency is maximized. Okay guys, so let me quickly do a cornering stability test. So we have a left-hander up front. I have tackled multiple corners. This is just for video purposes. So tackling this corner at around 80 kilometers per hour. And the suspension is on the softer side, so you can feel that it is not very rigid or stiff. So what is the trade-off here is that comfort is maximized. The ride quality is next level, so you don't feel any bumps or undulations on the road because of the softer suspension and well-tuned suspension. Of course, it offers superb straight line stability, but cornering stability, because it is not too stiff, it is not as good as like that of a sports car. So having minimized or lesser expectations for better cornering stability, and that too from an SUV, it's better to keep our expectations a little low. But apart from that, the straight line stability is phenomenal, and so is the ride quality, which has really gone through the roof, and there's clearly night and day difference in terms of the kind of ride quality and the kind of comfort and the kind of premiumness that this new Brezza has on offer.